Hello class. This video is designed to help you understand how your foot race practice rounds and competition rounds are going to be graded. Basically, the grading process and the grading approach we're going to take in the CAPSIM Foundation simulation is based on a balanced scorecard. Let me show you where the balanced scorecard is. If you go to the reports section, you'll see that there's some industry reports here. The industry reports include things like your industry conditions report. It includes your fast track report. This is the fast track report. I'm going to look at this for round one. For the Andrews Company, here is the return on sales, the sales, profits. Gives you the financial information that you need from the fast track report. Also in the industry reports section, they have annual reports. The annual report is more of a detailed breakdown of your balance sheet. It shows a common size balance sheet. It also shows the cash flow statement, and it shows your income statement by product, like by ABLE and then by ACE. You can see that ACE is just starting out to get researched and developed, and that shows that information there. That's in the industry reports. Now in the debrief reports, there's a lot of good reports here. There's the analyst report. The analyst report kind of gives you a quick view of how you're doing, shows you a point total here, and you can actually build different reports based on the categories that you're looking to research. There is also a sim results to date report. This actually has some graphs and some numbers that you can look at as you're reviewing your results for each round. Back here to industry results. And then in the debrief reports, you have the ethics debrief. The ethics module is not turned on, so you don't need to worry about that one right now. But what we're going to be doing is based on the balanced scorecard. So what you're trying to do is get your balanced scorecard as high as you can get it. In round one, this individual got 49 points out of 82. And what you need to do is actually drill down on the 49 to see the point breakdown. You can see as far as their stock price goes, they almost got full points. For round one, your stock price needs to be above $18 to get the full amount of points. Profits only got about half the 9 points. It needs to be above 7 million. Leverage needs to be above, in between 1.8 and 2.8. You probably don't know what leverage is yet, but you can look that up in the online guide. And this is basically how you are graded. You're trying to maximize the total amount of points that you have each round. Now, the total amount of points is going to drive the percentile ranking. This is 49 points out of 82 is in the 55th percentile. That means about 45% of the class did better than this in round one, and about 54% of the students that did this did less than this in round one. Now, the industry results is based on, let's see if I can show you and go back. It's actually based on the thousands of different students that are running the CAPSIM business simulation. It also shows the balanced scorecard in the top 10. So out of the 1,213 eligible teams, you can see that Andrews was in the 55th percentile for round one. If you make it into the top 10, the 90th percentile or higher, you will actually be listed on the top 10 leaderboard. You see the Athens State, Brigham Young University, they also use the simulation, BYU, Idaho, we use the simulation here, and University of Oregon, a number of different colleges use the simulation. But right now there's only 1,213 eligible teams that have been using it, and the top 10%, so basically 121 teams would be listed here. But that is how you're going to be graded, is on your balanced scorecard. So you're trying to get your balanced scorecard as high as possible, get the points as high as possible, which in turn drives the percentile ranking as high as possible. There'll be some further information from your professor on how the actual grade is calculated. But if you've got about 4 rounds that you're running for the foot race, they'll probably take your 2 highest rounds and average that to come up with a percentage for your grade for the practice rounds. The recap score doesn't really come into play until you get into the competition rounds, but it is important to look at the recap score because it does help make your round by round balance scores higher as you run a more efficient business. So that's how you're graded. Good luck, and I'm sure you'll do well.